to thank the Friends of Law Enforcement and FOP, and especially FOP 7 here in Chicago, from actually being with me from the beginning, because I have indeed been standing up for law enforcement since this journey as a state legislator began. But I want to thank you so much for being here today. It's an absolute honor to have the endorsement of Chicago Fraternal Order of Police and the Illinois Fraternal Order of Police. I have one word to describe the men and women who are standing with me right now, and that would be heroes, and I thank them for their services. They say that not all heroes wear capes, and that's undoubtedly true, because here in Illinois, our heroes, they wear a uniform and a badge. It breaks my heart to see and watch what's happening to our neighborhoods and our law enforcement members. J.B. Pritzker, Lori Lightfoot, and Kim Fox, well, they've become the three musketeers of crime, with chaos, tragedy, and crime in Chicago. As shootouts and mayhem terrorize the city, the trio have more than turned their backs on our police officers. They have actively attacked them, they've threatened their careers, and they've endangered their lives. Governor Pritzker and Mayor Lightfoot have tried to paint a rosy picture, but the numbers simply don't lie. Murders are up 60% in Chicago since the first year that Lightfoot and Pritzker took office. In 2021, Chicago's murder rate hit a multi-decade high. Just this weekend, over 52 people were shot in Chicago, including a 29-year-old man who was shot and killed while riding the red line. This has gone too far. Now that the economy is reopening and people are leaving their homes, other categories of crime are skyrocketing. Carjackings are up 51%, and that's just between 21 and 2022, and thefts are up 66%. With crime and anti-police rhetoric skyrocketing, thousands of police officers are leaving the force. These men and women behind me know that all too well. Those that remained are overworked and stretched impossibly thin. The stress of their jobs and the hostile political environment is creating a mental health crisis. So what did J.B. Pritzker do? Well, he doubled down on his extreme policies, and he passed the Safety Act and eliminated cash bail. That's what J.B. Pritzker did. There's been a lot of debate about Pritzker's no cash bail law, so let's be clear about what it's going to do in just 5 short months. It makes it impossible for law enforcement to detain even people accused of violent crimes. A judge can only insist on pretrial detainment if the accused poses a specific threat to an individual person. I want you to think about that. Don't just take my word for it. Friends, 100 out of the 102 state's attorneys in Illinois have expressed concerns about Pritzker's no cash bail law. The state's attorneys in Will and DuPage counties, a Republican and a Democrat, publicly stated that they will be forced to release violent criminals into the streets starting January 1st, 2023. If you think crime in Illinois is bad now, what in the world is it going to look like in 2023 when Pritzker's no cash bail law opens up the prison doors and he throws away the keys? Well, it gets worse. J.B. Pritzker's anti-police and soft-on-crime policies have a dangerous ripple effect. With crime skyrocketing, families and businesses, they're fleeing the state, and our jobs are leaving with them. And there's no one in this room that hasn't had that thought themselves. I know that. The Chicagoland area has lost 34,600 jobs since J.B. has taken office. And Illinois as a whole is down 81,200 jobs over J.B.'s tenure. Illinois has fewer jobs today than it had in the year 2000, and J.B. Pritzker is to blame. There have been too many articles about people being shot and attacked on our public transportation systems, about businesses changing their hours because violence keeps workers and customers away after dark. A state cannot function, let alone attract new people, when it cannot keep people safe. Friends, I'm not a slick politician, and you know that. I'm a farmer, I'm a businessman, I'm a father, and I'm a grandfather. I may be a little bit rough around the edges, but I can tell you this. I am accountable to no one except my Creator and the voter. So I will speak the truth. I will call out problems. I will work with anyone, Republican or Democrat, willing to roll up their sleeves with me and fix them. When I'm governor, this is how we're going to turn a city in crisis into the world-class, safe, and prosperous city that it should be. For starters, we will stop trying to make the police the enemy, and we'll start working with them to keep innocent people safe. We will repeal the Safety Act because we must. We will reinstate cash bail everywhere. We will repeal limits on pre-trial detention for violent criminals. We will surge police support and work with the city leaders to find the solutions. We will prioritize state funds to hire and retain officers. We will increase sign-on and retention bonus for police all across this state. We will support police, and we will end anonymous, unsworn complaints against them. We will support local ordinances to provide scheduling and mental health release to law enforcement, as mentioned by even Alderman Napolitano. And we will send a strong message to criminals by increasing penalties for individuals who assault law enforcement and reinstate the death penalty for convicted cop killers. Friends, we must ensure that those who use public transportation feel safe in doing that. We will get cameras onto all public transit vehicles and charge people for the crimes occurring on the CTA. That's not being done now. And if lax prosecutors like Kim Foxx don't want to prosecute violent offenders, well, that won't be an option when I'm governor. My first order of business will be to file legislation allowing residents to recall Kim Foxx. She has failed to do her job. She has lost her office's confidence, and she has failed to keep families safe. When this happens, voters shouldn't have to wait for 4 years to feel safe again. But that's not all. We will create the office of the statewide prosecutor under the state attorney general with the power to prosecute crime. The person can prosecute crimes if prosecutors like Kim Foxx refuse to do their jobs to keep families safe. I'll end today by asking a couple of questions, and I've been asking them ever since I've been a state legislator. Do you feel safer than you did 4 years ago? Has your quality of life gotten better over the last 4 years? But for most Illinoisans, you know as well as I do, the answer is a pretty quick no. I've traveled all across this state. I see the problems. I hear the concerns, and I want you to know that it doesn't have to be this way in Illinois. It can change, and it's going to change. Friends, I hear you because I am you. I am standing for you, and I am standing with you. And I can promise you this. I will not waver. I will never stop fighting under any sort of pressure for the future of this state and for your family and for your business and for your future. And to the law enforcement all across this state, I will always have your back. I'm looking forward to working with you to restore safety to every community across Illinois. Thank you so much, and God bless you.